It's been almost 48 hours since the Chicago Bears lost at the last second in stunning fashion in Washington to the Washington Commanders, the team formerly known as the Redskins, before the team decided they were such big pussies they needed to change the name. But that doesn't change the fact that Jayden Daniels threw a miraculous Hail Mary in the very final seconds of this game that seemed to be all but a foregone conclusion that the Chicago Bears would walk away with the victory. And even though almost 2 days has passed, the pain that I feel as a Chicago Bears fan, that has not subsided too much, because this game meant a lot of things. Not only is it the difference between being 5-2 and 4-3 and a very tough schedule upcoming, but of course, the elephant in the room for this entire thing, the reason it was flexed, is the Caleb Williams versus Jayden Daniels discussion. And Caleb Williams did not play a good game. The entire Chicago Bears offense was terribly called the entire fucking game, but when it mattered in the fourth quarter, Caleb Williams, in large part due to not having plays be called, but instead running the hurry-up offense, the offense actually started moving. They scored when they needed to. We're going to go over that insane play call on the goal line, handing the ball off to your backup center who fumbled. It should have been a touchdown there anyway. But regardless, Caleb Williams leads a drive down the field. The Bears punch it in with just over 20 seconds left on the clock. And after a insane play to not press up on the quarters to allow the Redskins or the Commanders to actually get 13 yards to be in range for this Hail Mary, we all know what happened. Here it is.
Comes down to one last play, and it's going to be...
Now, the Bears are only rushing 3. There was, at time, people were wondering, why do you leave a spy in there? Why do you leave number 53 as a spy? Apparently, 53 was in there to cover Eckler. Eckler stayed in for pass protection, so he just kind of stayed there with them, but didn't really rush. I think that was kind of an interesting play design as well. Didn't really work out.
It's going to be...
We've all seen this. Jayden Daniels scrambles around against, three-man pass rush. I don't care. Bears fans, I'm a Bears fan, a massive Bears fan. You guys know that if you watch channel. I don't care about the holding. Yeah, was there holding on this play? Absolutely. This is a last play of the game. This is a Hail Mary. They're not going to call holding in the same way they're not going to call pass interference. It's there, but it doesn't matter. It shouldn't have mattered. This never should have happened like this.
Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught! Caught!
That's it. Game over. Great throw, completely lucky play, obviously. A great throw by Jayden Daniels to just throw the ball up there. Didn't even make the end zone. But after it got tipped by a Chicago Bears player, Tyreek Stevenson, ends up in the hands of Noah Brown. And things started looking pretty bad when you see Tyreek Stevenson was out there fucking around while this play happened. Watch this. Ball has been snapped, by the way. Tyreek Stevenson talking to the crowd. Now, a lot of people felt it looked like he was taunting the Redskins fans or Commanders fans. He says he was trying to get Bears fans amped up. He wasn't fucking paying attention. Not until 4 seconds after the ball is snapped does he realize the play's going on. And the worst part of all is that the worst part of the entire thing is that Tyreek Stevenson was supposed to be covering the guy who caught that. That was his man. That was his man he was supposed to stay attached to. And he fucked up the entire thing by not paying attention. It looks even worse in like the all 22, the entire field. You can see him right here. Look at him. Ball snapped right now. Look at this shit. That was his responsibility. He fucked up. But you can't just put this on Tyreek Stevenson. The Bears coaching staff, Matt Eberflus, to not see what's going on and call a fucking timeout as a head coach, to not call a timeout the previous play and let them pick up the easy 13 yards without being challenged. Only 6 seconds left on the clock. You gotta at least give them a thought about it. Make that a little bit more difficult for them. Do something. But instead, Matt Eberflus has taken no fucking responsibility in this entire thing. The players are speaking out about the coaching decisions. Everybody at Hallis Hall is getting bashed right now, and the only person not taking responsibility is Matt Eberflus. And it's sad that the defense ends up, we highlight the defensive problems in this final play because, quite honestly, the Bears defense played really well in this game. Jayden Daniels, who's now the hero, oh, he's him, all this stuff. Jayden Daniels got contained this entire fucking game. I think before that final drive, he had somewhere in the realm of 230, 240 yards passes, somewhere around there. But rather inefficient, and they were not able to score a touchdown, held to 4 field goals. So Jayden Daniels was contained by the Chicago Bears defense. They played an incredibly good game. And Matt Eberflus, defensive guy, I'm sure in large part is responsible for the way this defense has played since he got there. But this is unacceptable. And this doesn't even get into some of the play calls in this game. Like I said, the Bears offense, when Shane Waldron is calling plays, go look through every fucking game this season. There's a reason in the first quarter the Bears are miserably bad. The most efficient times that you see the Chicago Bears offense and Caleb Williams plays his best is when they're in a hurry up and they're not calling plays and they're running this hurry up offense at the end of halves, at the end of quarters, like things like this. That's when they're most efficient. Not when Shane Waldron is calling dog shit, predictable plays, especially plays when Caleb Williams is getting literally just chased around the entire fucking time. Caleb Williams did not play a good game. He was running for his life for the vast majority of it, and some of those incompletions are throwaways or moments where he starts to throw and a Washington defender is getting ready to jump a route and he kind of sails it over someone's head intentionally. And I'm glad he didn't have any turnovers. But when time mattered 2 times in that fourth quarter, they needed those drives. Caleb Williams led them down the field, makes great plays to put them in position, and then they run this play call at the 1 fucking yard line. When you have Roschon Johnson back there, who's great in short yardage situations, you hand it off to this guy.
Down in New Orleans in 86, the refrigerator Perry.
Hand off to your backup center to go up the middle. Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. Shane Waldron has been miserable all year long. And I'm a Bears fan, okay? I'm used to disappointment. I'm used to misery. But when you look at what they've done with this head coach, Matt Eberflus, just in the past 2 years, look at some of this stuff. Bears fourth quarter win probabilities, 2023 versus Denver, 98.1%. 2023 at Detroit, 98.2%. Cleveland, 91%. Washington, 96.4%. These are all games that they ended up losing. How many historic losses can Matt Eberflus survive? There's that Denver game, up 21 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Here you go, Bears up 12 against Detroit with 3 minutes left. Here's that Cleveland game, up a touchdown with 3 minutes left. And then, of course, we all witnessed what just happened. But as some people are rightly pointing out, imagine being a Chicago Bears fan. This is just a handful of them in the past decade or so.
And, he hits the upright again.
The double doink, forever will be remembered. This game, this New England game, Mitch Trubisky throws a Hail Mary, by the way, which, I mean, you look at the throw that Mitch Trubisky does, and this isn't even off a great platform. By the way, look at this throw from Mitch Trubisky. This travels over 60 yards down the field.
Uncorks. Deep ball on the way. It is caught! But he couldn't get in!
Caught, and they come up short. What else do we have here? Oh, that's right. Here's the Cleveland Hail Mary attempt after they gave up that lead.
It's up. Throwing deep. Hail Mary. End zone. Deflected. Tipped and intercepted.
And, of course, we all know what just happened against Washington. There's a problem with Chicago Bears coaching. They were 4-2 despite some of the decisions. And I think that if Matt Eberflus does get fired, I think that's detrimental to a defense which has been really solid, which has been very good. All right? Defense catching a lot of heat over those last 2 plays, but ultimately they played a great game. Jayden Daniels was completely and totally contained. They didn't score a touchdown until the final second with no time left on the clock on a fluke bullshit lucky Hail Mary play. And it sucks because obviously Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams are going to be compared their entire careers. I have complete and total confidence in Caleb Williams. I like what I see out of him, even when he's overcoming terrible play calling and decisions and things like that. Has he been perfect? No. Ton of room to improve. But I am overall very excited to see some of the things that Caleb Williams has done on the field. But there's no doubt Jayden Daniels is on a team that's being coached right, that's playing very well, and he's having a ton of success. And it changes from Caleb Williams leading a fourth quarter come-from-behind victory to propel the Bears to success on the road in Washington to defeat Jayden Daniels. And because of a boneheaded, retarded play by a defensive back, and because of multiple terrible coaching decisions in the final minutes of the fourth quarter, that is now, Jayden Daniels, he is him after literally getting a prayer answered on that Hail Mary. Wild shit. I've been traveling for the past 2 days, which is why this video is a couple, days later than it should have been. I was drunk and out on the town when this happened, and I traveled all yesterday. But before I made any other videos on this channel, I had to face the music and talk about one of the more disappointing Chicago Bears losses I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them have hurt. Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb on 4th and 10 to keep the Bears out of the playoffs. That one hurt, right? There's been moments. This one sucks. This one is fucking brutal. And I don't know how long Matt Eberflus can last. I don't think the Bears have ever fired a coach in the middle of the season. I don't expect the family to do that in this case either, but I think you've lost a lot of faith in the locker room, not just because of what you've done. Not behaving as a head coach should by calling a timeout when it was clear your guys weren't ready. They weren't set. You can do that. You can fucking do that. You had all 3 timeouts, Matt Eberflus. But also the lack of accountability. The lack of accountability about the offensive play calling and about all this shit. Your rookie quarterback should not be taking more blame and being more accountable and, taking blame for everything that happens than your head fucking coach and your offensive coordinator. But that's where we are. Matt Eberflus, I think he's a great defensive coordinator. Don't think he's a head coach. And now we're fucked. Now we're essentially fucked. And I'm not giving up on this team as a Chicago Bears fan. Next 2 games, Arizona, New England, you have to win those games. We have a gauntlet of NFC North to get through at this point in time. I think you can definitely win one of those Minnesota games, maybe one of those Green Bay games potentially as well, depending on when you actually play them. It's going to be tough to beat the Lions at all, period. But before the season, I said I thought the Bears are going to be an 8-9, maybe 9-8 football team. I feel like they're well on their way to being that. And it's despite these calls. And to just rub fucking salt in the wound, Cliff Kingsbury wanted to go to the Bears. Ends up going to Washington. And look what he's doing. And he's got an offense that is pretty simple. And look what he's doing in that offense with Jayden Daniels. Granted, he was contained. This should not be, oh my God, Jayden Daniels played so great. No, he didn't. He did not play great. They moved the ball, but they were not able to actually score. 4 field goals for the Washington Redskins and did not score a touchdown until that lucky-ass Hail Mary at the very end. So the Bears defense did their job until that last play. Bears offense did not get the job done. Terrible play calling, and despite all of that, they were in a position to win. Bears did not deserve to win this game, but they should have won this game definitively. Just another year as a Chicago Bears fan. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you later.